What up, gang, gang? I'm MacDreidel. You can find me at MacDreidel on Twitter. And I'm the former creative director at eBaumsWorld, here to talk about my experience when Kai, the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker, stayed on my couch for 2 nights. So anyway, the first question I got from Mr. Used Car Man at eBaumsWorld is, what was the process of reaching out to Kai and linking up with him? So after he made his viral video appearance on that news station where he coined the phrase smash, 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 I knew we had to reach out with him, try to make a video. He mentioned about surfing at Mavericks, so my idea was to get him at Mavericks, but it didn't go like that. Basically, I reached out to him on Facebook because we got his Facebook was the only way to communicate with him. He didn't have a cell phone. And I had my girlfriend at the time reach out to him as well, knowing that a chick was gonna have a better odds at getting his attention than a dude. And sure enough, one night he was in San Francisco. I think he was heading down to LA, and he hit up my ex, who was my girlfriend at the time, and we linked up that night. One thing I told her though before we went up to link up with him was, whatever we do, let's not bring him back to the house. I don't want him staying on the couch tonight. All right, so second question, were you nervous, uneasy, worried about him crashing with you at your place just due to the bizarre story details around the hatchet incident? The answer to that is extremely nervous and worried. Anybody that could pull a triple smash on some random dude was, probably a pretty wild person and can react very quickly. So yeah, I was definitely nervous. It was not the intention to have him stay with me at all. I wanted to meet up with him before we shot a video with him, so it would be more natural when we were actually shooting the video. So I figured, let's meet up with him the night before. We had some drinks, bought Kai a couple rounds. He was, feeling it. The guy was kind of like semi-celebrity status at the time, so people were recognizing him at the bars. He was definitely loving the attention, and I will tell you that I don't really remember coming home that night, but what I do remember is waking up in the morning and thinking, oh shit, did he come home with us? And opening my living room door and seeing him crash on the couch. So that was when I knew he had stayed there the first night. And it went okay. There was no hiccups. We got up in the morning, had a little dance party. There's a clip in the movie of that morning after. Anyway, let's go to the next question. Did anything weird or WTF happen while he was staying at your place? You know what? Not really. The guy was pretty damn polite. He had a lot of energy. He basically just wanted to, drink a little, smoke a little, nothing major, nothing bad. We basically had a pretty good time. I mean, there was nothing too weird. I think I think my ex told me that he did hit on her one night in there, which, didn't make me too happy, but, I wasn't too threatened by the guy personally. There was one thing that I noticed though after he left, is that there was a rusty hammer sitting on the stereo that was right next to the couch he was sleeping on. So, he didn't use it on me. So, he was cool. I wasn't tripping. Nothing weird happened at the house that I know of. Oh, and one thing he did do was give me this dope crystal. I still have it. Let's see if it can. Can't really see it. There it is. Look at that. Look at that magical crystal glowing. Still have it. I was worried this was going to be really bad luck, but I had to keep it. This is how I can remember Kai forever. Still have it, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, next question. Did he give you murder vibes? Did anyone tell you not to let him spend the night? Yes, okay. I was not planning to have him spend the night. Yes, I got some murder vibes, but only when I was one-on-one with him, okay? Most of the time, there was people around, I was in a public area, or my girlfriend was there, or coworkers, somebody. But there was moments where I was driving him, you know, when it was one-on-one, and that's when things got a little nerve-wracking, I would say. He was super high energy, kind of like bouncing off the walls, like yelling out the car window at random people when you're driving by. He loved coffee. Another thing I remember. Guy needed a coffee for sure every morning. Next question. Do you think he had ever surfed before you guys met? Yeah, I could tell he had surfed. He did make the paddle out at Fort Point. That was the spot we went to, which is not an easy place to paddle out. So that showed that he had some experience. Sure, he got worked in the surf, but I'll say it's a challenging spot to learn, and it's not a beginner spot, and you know, it's cold. The new spots are hard in general, so I think he had surfed. Now, about the 20-foot faces in Alberta, Canada, I'm gonna call BS on that, but you know, we like to embellish how big the waves are as surfers. Now, I was not gonna take him to Mavericks. I've never surfed Mavericks. I don't think I ever will, and you don't want to take a beginner out at Mavericks, even though he was claiming not to be a beginner. I would put him more towards the beginner side than the expert side if I had to place him in a category of surfing. I hope he can surf again. You know, I personally had fond memories of Kai, and I hate what happened. I don't even really know what happened, so I'm looking forward to finding out more details in the flick that's coming out, or is out now. Another question. How did you feel once the news broke about him being a potential murder suspect? Well, I was just getting to that. I was bummed, really bummed, actually. You know, it's really sad, to be honest. And the story that was accompanying his Facebook post was very dark. So the whole thing was just a total disappointment. I really thought Kai was going to be like the next kind of reality star, celebrity status type of guy. He definitely had like a charisma to him, energy, and you know, he was growing in popularity. So I kind of thought he was going to be on some kind of reality show next. So I was not expecting this to be what the reality was. So it was unfortunate, and I was bummed about it. I'm still sad about it. Were you ever in contact with him after he visited? Have you tried to reach out to him? I did reach out to him and was trying to, you know, maybe follow up with him or do something with him, but no, honestly, I haven't had really any contact with him since this went down, and it's unfortunate. How did I feel after the trial and conviction? Basically just bummed. Seems awful what happened. I know that I'll be honest, I don't know any of the details on the thing, so I kind of feel bad even talking about what happened or what didn't happen or what he was accused of, so I really have nothing to speak on that. I can only talk about my experience with him, which was, for the most part, really positive. Do you remember anything after the fact that seemed suspicious or an aha moment after the guilty verdict? Definitely not. He was not threatening towards me or anyone I was around at the time. So, yeah, I was pretty damn shocked about it. I mean, obviously, anybody that rose to fame because of violence, it could happen again. So, you know, I was definitely like on edge around him and knew that there was a potential for him to act irrationally. So I would just say that, you know, our experience together was a fun time. I think that the energy was kind of captured in the movie that I created for eBaumsWorld, so you guys should check that out for sure if you haven't. Kai Time, Surfing San Francisco. And anyway, it's good to reach out to you guys. See you guys again. Gang as always. And I'm out. Follow me at MacDreidel on Twitter. Peace.